What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another coffee break. I hope you enjoyed the last one. We got a good one today. Here we go. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I am your host, Sam Esquivel. This is brought to you by the Felt Podcast. As you can see, the description below has all of our links. Subscribe to our page so that we can continue to grow and share the lessons and wisdom that comes from failure and challenges. And so Coffee Break is meant to be something that you can watch or listen to during your break very quickly. And I think that it can be very helpful. And so with that being said, here we go. On today's episode, we are going to be talking about being the best. Now, let me make sure my camera work is ready. Here we go. And so being the best, I have nothing against that. Like, it's so important for us to strive to break ground, to be recognized for who and what we do, and who isn't trying to be the best. But as I studied it, I got to learn a little bit about some of the, let's say, negative impacts of having that mentality. And I'm going to go through them now. Not everyone will agree with them, but that's not the point. Whenever knowledge or something is put in front of you that's meant for you to grow, it's meant for you to ask yourself questions, it's meant for you to kind of examine yourself and not simply just have like a rebuttal or a why it doesn't work for me. If that's the only way that you receive information, you're limiting yourself. And so whether it works for you or not, allow it to cause you to think and possibly, reshift. But here we go. And so I'm going to start off with a poem. Apparently I'm saying that word wrong. It's like poem. I don't know. My daughter will get on to me. But anyways, here's some words that sound really good together, and I hope that you enjoy it, and that's how we're going to start this episode. And it goes like this. The name is Our Very Best. In the journey of life, we learn and we grow, seeking to improve, to rise from where we are. With each step we take, we gain something new, learning from challenges, pushing through. The path to success is not just a quest. To simply be best is not the true test. For greatness lies not in reaching the top, but in the journey where we learn and grow. So let's embrace the mindset of growth, to strive for improvement, to seek the most. For in learning and growing, we find we can endure more. Not just to be the best, but to be the very best. And there you go. I'll put the poem in the description below. Give me a thumbs up or share it if you liked it. There's a lot there to unpack. I'm not going to be breaking the poem down, but we will be examining what it is, the mindset, right? A different mindset that goes into not only being the best or the learning part of it. And so here we go. First, being the best. It sounds easy, like it's a good thing. Like, yeah, why would you not tell someone or tell yourself to be the best at whatever you do? It does apply to certain individuals that are maybe boxers or maybe soccer players. I don't know, whatever. Maybe in sports, it makes a lot of sense, but in daily life and what we do and what we're trying to accomplish, I think that this is what it's meant for. Now, if you're a professional athlete and you're watching the coffee break, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy your coffee during this coffee break. Here we go. First, here is some of the, I want to say negative, but not negative, some things that maybe we should be aware of when it comes to a mindset of being the best. And the first one is this: focus on competition. That's what being the best causes you to do. And when the emphasis is solely on being the best, individuals may be paralyzed by competitiveness and not be willing for collaborations. leading to a corrupt environment, right? And so everything you do, everyone you look at, you almost can't say, "Good job, I'm seeing you. I'm willing to learn from them. I'm willing to learn from someone new." No, you start setting these limitations because you're trying to be the best. So everyone is beneath you, and you can't learn anything from them. And so there's a focus on competition, and sometimes not everything is a competition. That can hurt. Like, why would you want to compete over silly things that if you didn't have that competitive mindset, you could enjoy it? For instance, I understand that dominoes is a game, but in the game of dominoes, if you're not playing like for money and it's like your life is on the line, right? Because for some it is. In that game, there's conversation, there's interacting with the individuals that are there, and that's a beautiful thing. But if you're so competitive, then you're not going to focus on that. You're going to turn that off, and your goal is just to win, right? Kind of takes the fun out of playing dominoes or any other thing. Here's the other one. I want to be the best. I'm the best. Here's another downfall from that mindset, and that is the fear of failure. The pressure to maintain a status of being the best can install a fear of failure, hindering experimentation and risk-taking necessary for growth. And so when you're the best, you won't try something new. You say this angle, is better than this angle. So I'm going to take this one. But this guy right here would lead to new discoveries, will lead to new reasoning or whatever it may be. And so that is how that mindset can kind of get in the way, because then you try to say, no, I want to be perfect in this route only, this way only, this has worked, and I got to do this in order for me to continue to be the best. And so it hinders our experimentation, and that is so important in our growth, in our discovery, and us doing more than we are expecting out of ourselves, because it's whenever we stumble across things that sometimes that activates a new line of thinking, or you name it, something else. And so that mindset can cause that. Comparison and insecurity. Constant comparison, comparing oneself to others who are perceived as the best, can breed insecurity and feeling of inadequacy, undermining self-confidence. The mindset of being the best can cause this, because now you're measuring yourself to someone else, and that person may be so far ahead in how they live and what they do that you'll never surpass them. So you will never be happy. And so I don't know about you, but I would hate to live like that. You know what I mean? I would rather have a different mindset, which I'm going to give as the other half of today's coffee break. And so do you suffer from, a low self-esteem, confidence? And do you know why that is? It's probably coming from your comparison and your insecurity. And so I think that's another negative thing that comes from if you're just driven by being the best and being the best. And so why would you want to compare? The only way you can be the best is by comparing yourself to others, because what makes us happy, what accomplishes our goal, is based on us and not others. And so by being the best, you're literally saying everything I want to be happy about and accomplish is based on where someone else is, and for me to judge whether it's a beyond me or beneath me. I don't know. I don't like, personally, I don't like that. And I'm guilty for saying, sometimes I have said, I want to be the best podcaster. I want to be the best interviewer, in my city or whatever. And yeah, I've said it kind of jokingly, but maybe if you look a little deeper, there's some truth in that. But I want to change that, and I want to constantly be improving. I want to constantly learn from others who I look at and say, man, they're doing good, man. They have some great qualities, and I can only do that because I don't have that closed off mentality that just has to do with me and me being the best, right? And so it's a fixed mindset. The pursuit of being the best can foster a fixed mindset where individuals believe that abilities are innate and unchangeable. shifting personal development and or stifling personal development and resilience. And so when you are the best, whenever, let's say, you reach that goal, what happens is you need to maintain it. And when you maintain it, you limit yourself. And so I believe in life, we don't want to maintain where we're at. Now, we want to be secure in what we're at, but we always want to strive for more. And that's going to cause us to maybe look another way, not only look at who is the best, but maybe look at who's at fifth best and see what they're doing. Maybe I've overlooked something that they're still doing because of the placement that they're in. But, that mindset, right? That fixed mindset of being the best can limit you and keep you from getting better, from growing. And so don't forget, today is being the best. And yeah, that's what we're talking about today. Here we go. Here's the next part: improving mindset, not the best. I want to be the best mindset. This is an improving mindset. And this is where I want to be. And hopefully with you listening to this, you shift your thinking and say, you know what? I like that. Now, I know that you're going to agree with the things that I list out because they just make sense. But you got to know where they come from. You got to know why it is that you believe those things. And so it's based on an improving, a growing, a learning mindset. And so the first one is this, is that there is a focus on growth when you have an improving mindset. Embracing an always improving mindset prioritizes growth and development over comparison to others. Already it's knocking down the other things that are based on a best mindset. Fostering a culture of continuous learning and progress. Simply by just saying, I'm not worried about saying I'm the best or I'm the best at this. No. I want to learn. I'm good. I'm great, but I don't need to be the best. I want to keep that door open so that I can have a continuous learning mindset. What's wrong with that? Nothing at all. It sounds good, right? Here we go. Here's number 2 on this one, the positive, on the flip side of what we've been talking about. It helps us to embrace failure as learning opportunities. That's obvious, of course. The failed podcast, that's what we focus on. But that falls under an improving mindset. Viewing setbacks as opportunities for learning and growth rather than an indication of inadequacy, encouraging resilience and innovation. On the best mindset, when you don't get first, when people don't say that you're the best, in your head, you failed. But second, third, fourth, if you're not the $10 million guy, maybe you're the $5 million guy or the $1 million guy. All is good. It's great because there's always room to grow. There's always room to strive for more. But with the other mindset, you have failed. How about that? How could you have failed if you second place is, obviously we all want to win, but you're that close. That means there's room for improvement. That means the following season, there's room to do better. There's actually someone in front of you that you can identify and say, I want to learn from that individual. And I think that is pretty cool if you ask me. And so, sorry about that. And so there you go. That's another one. Let me continue. And that was embracing failure as learning opportunities. And that falls under an improving mindset. Here we go. Let me make sure. I hope you are doing good. I hope you are enjoying this episode of Coffee Break. Right here. Here we go. Let me give a plug. Coffee Break series. Thank you guys so much. Number 3. Here we go. For an improving mindset. Celebrating progress. Man, not celebrating victories, not celebrating first places, because let me just add this in. Whenever you are like a runner, a racer, or whatever, you're not always winning. Like it isn't like sometimes there's teams that win over and over, but it's only for a few years, but you don't win all the time. And I would hate for the other times not to mean anything, right? Like and so whenever you celebrate progress, not celebrate victories, not celebrate first place, because there's a lot of opportunities in there, or there's a lot of goals in there that you set and achieved. And if you're on the best mentality, you're skipping those and you're going to just celebrate when you're over here. And all those things that are meant to build your confidence are being overlooked and you're just moving past them. And they're opportunities to help you. Why would you not? Why would you not want to celebrate progress? Recognizing and celebrating incremental progress and improvements reinforces a positive feedback loop. You do, you accomplish, it builds you up. And so boosting motivation and self-confidence. You down? Huh? Are you down? Do you feel like you don't have confidence? Do you not have motivation? Do you need those things? But the best mentality has caused you not to look at what you have done so far, which are very important things. And so whenever you have an improving mindset, you're able to say, I have done this, I'm proud of myself. I did that, I'm proud of myself. This seems like a small thing that I accomplished compared to the finished, being the best goal. But it took work. It took planning. It took confidence. It took a lot of things that let me say that again, that you were able to do. And you can look in the mirror and say, you know what, Sam, or whatever your name is, good job. Here's this step, and in this step you accomplish that. Keep going, keep going. And that confidence is necessary whenever we're trying to do great things. And so a learning mindset provides that. And I love it. To me, that works. Here we go. One more. An open mindset. Adapting and always improving mindset encourages openness to new ideas, feedback, and perspectives, fostering collaboration and innovation. That is really where the best comes out of, is right there. Ideas, feedback, perspectives, and collaborations. So much comes from there. So much innovation comes from there. And having like we've been saying, an improving mindset, it fosters that. It gives you an open mind where you can have room for people to approach you. You don't have so much pride because you're the best that you can ask questions. You can submit and say, I know you're not doing as good as me, but you do hold some knowledge that I need. Let's have a discussion. And that's where this allows that. And maybe you wonder, why can't people work with me? And I'm always alone, and it's so lonely. And this, that's all. It doesn't fly, man. That's self-inflicting. You're doing it to yourself because of your mindset, because of the best mindset. You have cut everyone else off because they're not at your level. But when you have an open mindset, whenever you have an improving mindset, you leave room for discussion. You leave room for collaboration and innovation. Test it. That's all I got to say. And so while striving to be the best, it can lead to a focus. While striving to be the best can lead to a focus on competition, fear of failure, comparison, and a fixed mindset. Embracing an always improving mindset promotes, here we go, growth, resilience, progress, and openness to new opportunities and perspectives. How about that? That sound good? I hope you enjoyed today's coffee break. I am your host, Sam Escobar. I have recorded this episode in Podspace 3108. If you're in Fort Worth and you want to launch a podcast, reach out to us. Follow us on Instagram. Subscribe right here. Let me do it again. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Help us grow. Help us share this message of overcoming failure and learning from our failures and challenges. And obviously, we believe in storytelling. And so we also encourage you to figure out what your story is and what you have to share, what you've learned from your journey. And I hope that, I hope you have a great day. I hope that this helped you and you enjoyed your coffee. I don't have mine. I'm going to get my cup of coffee here in a minute. But thank y'all so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.